Welcome everyone. Today we are going to talk about something that silently destroys your dreams, your discipline, and your potential. Laziness. Not the kind where you just feel tired after a long day. Not the kind where you need rest. Real laziness. The kind that makes you delay important things. The kind that keeps you stuck in the same place for months, sometimes years. The kind that makes you say, I will start tomorrow, again and again. And if you are honest with yourself, you have felt this many times. You know what you should do. You know what is important. But when it is time to act, you don't move. You scroll. You wait. You avoid. And slowly, that habit becomes your normal life. Many people think laziness is a personality problem. They think, I am just a lazy person. But that is not true. Laziness is not who you are. Laziness is a pattern. It is a habit built from small daily decisions. And the dangerous part is this: laziness feels comfortable in the moment, but it creates regret in the future. Every time you delay something important, you are not just delaying work. You are delaying your growth. You are delaying your confidence. You are delaying the life you want to build. And the longer this continues, the harder it becomes to change. In this video, I am going to give you a clear, practical, and powerful system to break laziness and build real action. This is not motivation that disappears after 10 minutes. This is not about feeling excited for one day. This is about creating a system that works even when you don't feel like working. If you apply these steps seriously, your mindset will change, your habits will change, and your results will change. You will stop waiting for the perfect moment. You will start taking control. If you are serious about killing your laziness and building discipline, make sure you subscribe. On this channel, you will get clear systems, practical strategies, and real guidance to help you take action, stay consistent, and improve your life step by step. Subscribe now, and let's grow together. Step 1. Stop waiting for motivation. Start taking action. This is where everything changes. Most people believe they need motivation to start working. They wait until they feel excited, focused, and ready. But that feeling rarely comes when you need it. Motivation is unstable. It comes and goes. If your actions depend on motivation, your progress will always be inconsistent. The truth is simple. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. When you start doing something, even in a small way, your brain begins to engage. Your focus improves. Your energy increases. And suddenly, you feel more motivated. But the first step is always action. Think about it like this. You don't feel like exercising, but once you start, after 5 minutes, you feel better. You don't feel like studying, but once you begin, you slowly get into the flow. The hardest part is not the work itself. The hardest part is starting. So your goal is not to feel ready. Your goal is to start even when you don't feel ready. This builds a powerful habit. You train your brain to act without waiting for emotions. And that is the beginning of discipline. Step 2. Make your tasks so small that you cannot avoid them. Laziness often comes from overwhelm. When a task feels too big, your brain sees it as a threat. It chooses comfort instead of effort. That is why you avoid starting. But when you break tasks into small, simple actions, your brain feels safe. It becomes easier to begin. Instead of saying, I will study for 2 hours, say, I will study for 10 minutes. Instead of saying, I will clean my entire room, say, I will clean one table. Instead of saying, I will work on this big project, say, I will complete one small part. This may look simple, but it is extremely powerful. Small actions remove resistance. And once you start, you often continue. One small step leads to another. Progress builds naturally. You don't need to do everything at once. You just need to start. And starting becomes easier when the task feels light and manageable. This is how you trick laziness. You don't fight it directly. You make action so easy that laziness has no reason to win. Step 3. Create a daily action rule that you never break. If you want to kill laziness, you need consistency. Not perfection. Not long hours. Consistency. You need one simple rule that you follow every day, no matter what. It can be 20 minutes of focused work, 10 minutes of exercise, 15 minutes of learning, or any habit that moves your life forward. The key is this: it must be small enough that you can do it even on your worst day. When you follow this rule daily, something powerful happens. You build identity. You stop seeing yourself as a lazy person. You start seeing yourself as someone who takes action every day. And identity is stronger than motivation. When your identity changes, your behavior becomes automatic. You don't ask, should I do it today? You just do it. That is how discipline is built. Not through big efforts, but through small actions repeated daily. Step 4. Remove distractions before they control you. Laziness is not always about doing nothing. Sometimes it is about doing the wrong things. You tell yourself you will work, but then you open your phone. You check one notification. Then another. Then suddenly, 1 hour is gone. This is not lack of ability. This is lack of control over your environment. If you want to take action, you must design your environment to support focus. Put your phone away when you work. Turn off notifications. Keep only what you need in front of you. Create a space where work feels natural and distractions are limited. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need fewer interruptions. When your environment is clean and focused, your mind becomes clearer. And when your mind is clear, action becomes easier. Step 5. Use the 5-minute rule to defeat resistance. This is one of the simplest and most effective techniques. When you don't feel like doing something, tell yourself, I will do it for just 5 minutes. That's it. No pressure. No long commitment. Just 5 minutes. Anyone can work for 5 minutes. Your brain accepts it easily. And once you start, most of the time, you continue beyond 5 minutes. This works because it removes the mental barrier. Laziness is strong at the beginning, but it becomes weaker once you start moving. Action breaks resistance. And 5 minutes is enough to create that movement. You don't need to win the whole battle. You just need to take the first step. The rest becomes easier. Step 6. understand the real cost of laziness. Laziness feels harmless in the moment. You think, I will do it later. But later often becomes never. And every time you delay, you lose something. You lose time. You lose opportunities. You lose confidence. You lose trust in yourself. The real cost of laziness is not the missed task. It is a person you fail to become. Imagine your future if you continue the same habits. 1 year from now, nothing changes. You still delay. You still avoid. You still feel stuck. Now imagine the opposite. You take small actions every day. You build discipline. You improve step by step. After 1 year, your life looks completely different. The difference between these two futures is not talent. It is daily action. And that choice is in your hands today. Step 7. Reward action, not perfection. Many people stop because they think their work is not good enough. They want perfect results. And when they don't achieve that, they quit. This creates more laziness. Instead, focus on action. Reward yourself for starting, for trying, for showing up. Progress matters more than perfection. Every small step counts. When you reward action, your brain starts associating effort with positive feelings. You begin to enjoy the process. And when you enjoy the process, consistency becomes easier. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep moving. Step 8. Build momentum through repetition. Momentum is powerful. When you take action daily, even in small ways, you build flow. Work becomes easier. Your mind becomes sharper. Your energy becomes more stable. But when you stop for too long, restarting becomes difficult. That is why consistency is important. Even on bad days, do something small. Keep the chain alive. Repetition turns effort into habit. And habit removes the need for constant decision-making. You don't think about whether to act. You just act. This is how productive people operate. They don't rely on feelings. They rely on systems. Step 9. Change how you talk to yourself. Your inner voice matters more than you think. If you constantly say, I'm lazy, your brain accepts it as truth. And your actions follow that belief. Instead, change your language. Say, I'm learning to be disciplined. Say, I take action even when it's hard. These small changes create a new identity. Your brain listens to your words. When you speak with strength, you build confidence. And confidence leads to action. You don't become disciplined by accident. You become disciplined by choosing better thoughts and repeating them daily. Step 10. Focus on consistency, not intensity. This is a final and most important step. You don't need to work 10 hours a day to succeed. You need to work consistently. Small daily actions create big results over time. 1 hour daily for a year is more powerful than 10 hours once a week. Because progress is built through repetition. There will be days when you feel tired. Days when you feel lazy. Days when you don't want to do anything. That is normal. What matters is not how you feel. What matters is what you do. On those days, do the minimum. Do something small. But don't stop completely. Because stopping breaks momentum. And restarting becomes harder. If you truly want to kill your laziness, remember this. Laziness is not your enemy. It is a signal. It shows where you need better systems, smaller steps, and stronger habits. You don't defeat laziness by forcing yourself with extreme effort. You defeat it by building a life where action becomes natural. Start small. Stay consistent. Trust the process. And one day, you will realize something powerful. The person who once struggled to take action now moves forward without hesitation. The tasks that once felt difficult now feel normal. And the life that once felt far away is now becoming your reality. Keep going. Your disciplined version is closer than you think. And now, take a moment and be honest with yourself. Not about your past, not about your excuses, but about your next move. Because everything you just learned means nothing without action. Knowledge does not change your life. Action does. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to begin. Right now, not later. Laziness loses its power the moment you decide to move, even in a small way. One task, one step, one decision. That is how change starts. And when you repeat that decision every day, something powerful happens. You stop fighting yourself. You start trusting yourself. Your confidence grows because you keep your promises. And slowly, discipline becomes your normal state. There will still be hard days. Days when you feel slow. Days when you feel distracted. But those days no longer control you. Because now you have a system. Now you have awareness. Now you know that progress is not about big actions. It is about consistent actions. So don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Start small. Stay consistent. And one day, you will look back and realize that the person you once were is no longer who you are. If you enjoyed this story and want to improve your English and your life, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join this learning journey with us. And watch the next story on your screen to continue improving your English.